Oh, hey guys, welcome to Finding the Shot. I'm your host, David. Today we're going to be looking at a little known technique called Rotary Scoping. This is how it works. Wow. Just like movie magic. I'll show you how to do this technique and lots more. So basically, with rotary scoping, what you're essentially doing is you're cutting round. You're gonna cut round an object, and either remove it or replace it onto something. So in its simplest form, you can use it, to take something out of the shot that you don't want to be there, or like you saw, I made it look like the book had like disappeared from my hand. It's quite, this is stuff that they use in films, like even today, like in films like Harry Potter and like the Philosopher's Stone, like when they're using when he's using magic, like this is the type of thing that this is exactly for. This is what like. There's nothing stopping you from, you know, making Harry Potter. Um, so what you're gonna want to do is you're gonna want to open up Adobe Premiere, um, and After Effects. I just want to make it clear, if you don't have Adobe Premiere or After Effects, this will not work. These are only techniques that you can use with Premiere. With Premiere and Adobe, unfortunately, you've got to use, if you use their software, you'll be able to do these techniques. But unless, if you don't have their software, then you'll struggle to do these techniques, to the point that I wouldn't attempt to do it without that software. So you've been warned. So once you've got Premiere open, you're going to want to go in and get your clip in Premiere and work out where it is you want the effect to take place. So I single out this section here, and then I save the project. You want to give it an easy name, so you can easily find it, and then put it in an easily accessible folder. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to take a picture of, we call this the back plate. You're going to want a back plate. It's just a picture of the same background but without the subject in it. So I'll remove myself. I remove myself from the frame. I get this image. I then I save that in a place where it's easily accessible, and we'll come back to that later. Once you've got that in a nice accessible easy folder, what you're going to do is you're going to go into After Effects, and you go up the top and you hit File, and then there's Import. And Import, the drop down menu comes out, and in the drop down menu for Import, you'll see Adobe Premiere Pro project. So you click on that, and then it should take you up into a folder, into the browser, the Windows browser, and then just go into where you saved that project, and then you just open the project. It'll ask you if you want all the sequences. We've only made one sequence, so the sequence that we want will come in, and then when you do that, the sequence will then appear to the left, and then you can pull down that sequence into your composition, and now we've got the exact area that we want to mess around. So now that you've got that your composition in there, you want to get that back plate back. So what we're going to do is we're going to get the back plate, and then we're going to put the back plate on a layer beneath our current layer. And once we've done that, what you also want to do is you want to make a copy again of the comp, and have that kind of running underneath. Yeah. So you've got that running underneath, above your back plate though. And at the point you want the effect to happen, that's where you cut it out. So the copy cuts out in the original place. Now on the original, what you're going to do is you're going to get the pen tool. You're going to get the pen tool, and you're just going to draw like a circle or any sort of shape, whatever you want, around the object that you want to remove from the frame. You're going to go down. You're going to make sure that it says subtract on the mask settings. And then you can keyframe the position of the mask. Once you get to the end there and you want the effect, to go away, you can just drag the mask out of the frame. That'll do the same thing. It'll give the same desired effect. It's probably the most efficient way to just get rid of it, so the effect's not there anymore. And then you save that. I would make it a QuickTime. I make it a QuickTime. The compression alone in QuickTimes is decent. You're not gonna have to wait a long time. I would never. I don't like Avi. I'm not a big fan of Avi. I wouldn't use Avi normally, so I won't use it in this video. And you've got that clip, and you just put it back into your project, and Bob's your uncle. And then you'll see the finished clip. You saw the finished clip at the start of the video. So there you go.
People don't really know where rotary scoping came from. It's known as far back as the 1970s when George Lucas used it in Episode 1, A New Hope of Star Wars. He used it to make the lightsaber. Wow. When you're doing rotary scoping techniques, you need to make sure you've got a consistent light. As you can see, the light in this room is very consistent because I'm currently using just a standard lamp. What you want to try and avoid is windows that are letting the sunlight in. Sometimes you could have a curtain that, if there's a window open underneath, that's blocking the sunlight, but the curtain, it blows with the draft, and then that changes the light. So you might notice little tiny fluctuations in the color temperature on your exposure meter when you're filming. So you just want to try and avoid stuff like that. This is a very well controlled room. The color exposure temperature is staying. The compression alone it works. So you could green screen, but that's another episode. So catch me doing the other episode next week, where I'll do another episode on how to best use the green screen. Thanks for watching, guys. I've been David, and you've been watching